Good morning, students. Good morning. This is Ankita Keshrani here, your computer teacher. So, students, as you know, in our last classes, what we have seen? We have started our chapter number 4, that is Features in Microsoft Word 2010. In that lecture, we have seen how we can use Format Painter, how we can use subscript and superscript effects, how we can find and replace a particular word in a document, and how we can add footer and header in each page of our document. Okay. So today I am going to start our new topic, that is inserting columns and column break. Okay. Inserting columns and column break. So students, as you know, when you type in Microsoft Word, by default the text is displayed in a single column style or in a paragraph style. Understand? When you type in Microsoft Word, by default the text is displayed in a single column style or in a paragraph style. If you wish to format the document in newspaper style, did you all know how the newspaper is written? Yes, that is column style. Word enables you to create a document in 2 or more columns. Okay. So let's see, students, here. You can see, student, this is my document, and here I am writing one paragraph. So you can see it, and you can say that it is written in one column style, in a single column style or in a paragraph style. You can say that it is written in a single column style or it is written in a paragraph style. Understood, everyone? Okay. Now, if I want to split this page into 2 columns or more than 2 columns, if I want to split this page into 1 column or more than 2 columns, that time I can split it by using the column button. By using the column button. So, to do this, I have to first click on the Page Layout tab. So, you can see here this above tabs: File tab, Home tab, Insert, Design, Layout, Reference, Mailings, Review, View, Help. These all are known as tabs. Okay. And as you know, students, for each tab we have some different kinds of groups. For example, you can see here, for Home tab we have Clipboard group, we have Font group, we have Paragraph group, we have Styles group, we have Editing group. Understood? So first, if I want to split this page into more than 2 column or 2 column or more than 2 columns, so first I have to click on the Layout tab. You can see, as you know, I am using the Word document 2019 version. Okay. So here, instead of page layout in 2019 version, it is written as layout only. It is written as layout only. Understood? Layout. If you are using Windows 10, Windows 2010, if you are using Microsoft Word 2010, okay, if you are using it, then that you can see, you can found the page layout tab instead of layout tab. Okay. So first you have to click on this layout or page layout tab. Okay. So as you click on it, you will find some different groups. First one is the page setup group, second one is the paragraph group, and the third one is the arrange group. Okay. What you will find? You will find 3 groups. First one is page setup group, second one is paragraph group, and third one is arrange group. You can see here, this one is page setup, this one is paragraph, and this one is arrange group. Okay. So if I want to split this page into 2 or more than 2 columns, so I have to click on this column option. You can see here, students, this is a column button. I have to click on it. As I am clicking on it, you can see there are some list of menu will appear. You can see this list 1, 2, 3. If you want one column like this, which is already by default it is selected, and by default if we write something, if we starting writing at the first time, by default we are writing in a single column style or in a paragraph styles. Understood, everyone? Okay. So now if I want to split this page into 2 columns, so what I have to do, I have to just click on the 2 option. You can see whatever is written, you can see, I think you will notice you can notice the changes. As I click on 2, the text is come onto the first column only. Okay, you can see student, this text is covered in 2 columns. Okay, I am increasing the font size for your better understanding. You can see, so it is written, now it is written in newspaper style. First whatever my single paragraph is covered in two columns, okay. After the replace the word from here, my all the text whatever it is written after this word, replace the whatever words are written here, it will come up to the column number 2 of the same page, again. You can see here, you can understand, have you all understand it, the concept of column? If I want to break my page, if I want to split my page into 3 columns, so I have to click on 3. You can see now my text is distributed among 3 columns. Understood everyone? From here last option, more columns. From here you can customize your columns. Like if you want more than 5, 6, 7 columns, whatever the columns, if you want 8 columns, then you can select the 8. You can increase the number, you can increase the size, number of columns. And understood? Along with this, you can also increase, and you can also change the width and spacing of column. You can change the column width, column spacing. Understood? Like that. Understood everyone? Okay, that's very good. After doing this all arrangement, all settings, you have to click on, at last you have to click on OK. Now you can see my page is splitted into 9 columns. So whatever I have written here, it have also splitted into 9 columns. You can see here. Okay, so again now I am clicking on 2. Okay, and just clicking on OK. So it will get back. So like that you can split your page, your single one page, into 2 columns or more than 2 columns you can split. Understood everyone? So this is about how we can split, how we can add one or more column, how we can add 2 or more than 2 columns in our one single page or in our document. Understood? Now we will see how we can break our column. If I want to break my first column from this, you can see Microsoft Office Word is a word processor that helps you to create a documents with a professional outlook. After that, if I want to break my column, so what I have to do, I have to just bring my mouse cursor here between the Outlook word and between Outlook and it word. Okay, you can see my mouse cursor is placed between Outlook and it word. You can see here. Now click on the break button on the page layout. You can see it is a layout tab is already selected. This is the layout tab is already selected, and you have to click on this break button. As you click here, you will find different option. From this page option, you can break the pages. From this column option, you can break the column. You can break in columns. So I have to break column. I want to break my column. So I am clicking on this column option. You can see after the Outlook word, whatever is written here, it will goes up to the next column. You can see जो भी यहाँ लिखा था that will also come in next column. Understood everyone? Again I will show you. Wait. If you want to add, if you want to break a column, so from where, if I want to break my column from this line, Microsoft Office Word is a is a word processor that help you to create a document with a professional outlook. From here, after the Outlook word, I want to break my column. So what I have to do? First, I have to bring my mouse cursor here, okay, between the Outlook and it word. Then I have to click on the layout tab, and layout tab is already selected. Now I have to click on the brakes button. From here I have to click on the column option. As I am clicking on it, you can see my column is break from the Outlook word. You can see? Okay. So it is about how we can split our page into two or more than two columns, or how we can add breaks in our columns. Understood everyone? So this is about our column, inserting column and inserting column breaks. Now we will see tab, working with tabs. Okay. So let's see here. Working with tabs. It is our next topic. The most common way to indent the text is to use the tab key. It is used to move the cursor at certain spaces in a document by default. By default, the tab stops are set at every 0.5 inch. You can say, first of all, I want to say that what is the meaning of indent? Indent, it is the amount of space between margins, amount of space between the text and the page margins. Understood? Indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the page margins. So indent, what is the meaning of indent? Indent is the space between the page margin and the text. You can see here. Wait a second. I will increase the font size for your better appearance. You can see here, students. Here some text are written. It is a paragraph. Okay, it is some paragraph is written here. You can see. So you can see the differences. These are the page margin where I bringing my mouse cursor. This space from at left hand side, and this is space at right hand side. This is known as the indent. It is known as the left indent and it is known as the right indent. Okay, right hand side में जो spacing है, spacing between the page margins and the text, it is known as the right indent and it is known as the left indent. Spacing between the left page margins or between the left page margin and the text, it is known as the left indent. Okay, so what is indent? Indent determines the amount of spacing between the page margin and the text. So it is the page margin, it is the space. You can see ye wala space, okay, where I bringing my mouse cursor. You can see. So this space is known as the indent. Okay. So the most common way to indent the text is to use the tab key. You can use the tab key. Understood everyone? By default, tab stops are set at every 0.5 inch. You can set the tab stops along the ruler according to your requirement. When you press the tab key, the cursor automatically jumps to the next tab. You can see from here I am pressing tab key from my keyboard. My cursor automatically jump to the next 0.5 inch. You can notice the changes. Again I am pressing tab. Again I am pressing tab, again I am pressing tab. You can notice like that. Understood everyone? And now you can see here. So when you will press tab at one time, it will move the jump after 0.5 inches. Okay, from the current place, it will place the text after 0 point away. From the current place, it will place the selected text or the text away 0.5 inch. Like this. 0.5 inch के difference में it will be moving. When you press the tab key, the cursor automatically jump to the next tab. Tab can also be created using leaders lines. The leaders insert dots or dashed in the space leading up to the tab stop. So how we can do that? Let's see. To set the tab stop, follow the given steps. If you want to set up the tab, if you want to set the tab stop, you have to follow some steps. Click on the dialog box launcher button in the paragraph group of the page layout tab. You can see this is the page layout tab and this is the paragraph group. I have to click on this button. This is known as the paragraph dialog box launcher. Okay, paragraph settings. So this type of screen will open. From here, the paragraph dialog box appear. Now click on the tabs button present on the lower left of the dialog box. You can see this is the tab button which is present at the lower left corner of this dialog box. So you have to click on this tab button. As you click on it, you will find this type of dialog box. Okay. Type a tab position, for example 1.25 inches in tab stop position. You can see it is a tab stop position is written and default tab stops is already set is 1.27 centimeter. We will convert the centimeter into inches or inches into centimeter. So I am writing here 1.25 inches. That means okay. I am moving it manually कर देते हैं हम इसे 1.25 inches. Okay, and set the alignment as a left and whatever you want to set. Then click on similarly. Now click on OK. Now see, if I am pressing tab, it will move after 1.25 inches. Okay. As we are pressing tab button before this, you will find it will be coming here. Okay, because I am using that time by default I am using the 0.5 inches indent. Now I am using the 1.25 inches tab. So that's why it will become here. Understood everyone? So it is the using of tab, and from here you can increase, you can set the tabs according to your need. Understood? Now see the next topic, indenting the text. It is our next topic, indenting text. Indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the page margins. Indentation. What is the meaning of indentation? Indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the Indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the page margins. Okay, as I first told you, indentation determines the amount of spacing between the text and the page margin. Indenting basically draws the reader's attention. You can see this gap is known as you can notice from your book. You can see the page number 42. sorry, you can see the page number 41, figure number 4.8, indenting text. So this spacing is known as the indent. This is the page margin and this is the text. Okay, this is the text, and the space between the page margin and the space between the page margin and the space between the page margin and this text is known as the indent. Amount of spacing between the text and the page margins is known as the indentation. Indenting basically draws the reader's attention. Indentation features is used to move the complete paragraph or the first line of a paragraph to a specific position, either from the left or right margin. If you want to move the whole complete paragraph to or the first line of a paragraph to a specific position, then you can use the indentation. Okay, then you can use the indenting text option. Understood everyone? So for do this, if you want to do this, you have to follow some rules, some steps. First, select the text to be indented. Okay, first we have to select some text, whatever we have to indent. So I am selecting this much. Okay, select the text to be indented. Now click on the increase indent button in the paragraph group on the home tab. It is written wrong here. Please correct it in your book. In place of home tab, it will be layout tab. Okay, so please correct it in your book. It is wrong written. Right here, layout or page layout tab, page layout or layout tab, page layout tab, right here page layout tab. Okay, so you can see here, this is the indent option na. So click on the increase indent button in the paragraph group on the, this is a paragraph group on the layout tab. Okay, so click on it. The selected text will shift a ½ inch away from the left margin. You can see the selected text will move (0.1 centimeter). Okay, now 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. You can see it will be moving. It will be moving. As I am selecting here, as I am clicking here, it will be moving continuously from left. So it is known as the left indentation or increase indent. From left side, you can increase the indent. If I want to decrease indent, you can click again here. Now you can see. You can see minus, it will be coming on to the minus. Okay, it will be moving from the out of this page. So we have to always keep it in plus sign. Plus. Okay, 0.3 centimeter from the left. Okay, and 0.3, I want to place it 0.3 centimeter from the right also. So like that you can increase and decrease the indentation of your page. Understood everyone? Each time you click the increase indent button, the paragraph will move ½ inch away from the left margin. Okay, as you each time you click the increase indent button, the paragraph will move ½ inch away from the left margin. You can also set the indents by dragging method. Okay students, now we will see next topic. Next topic is setting paragraph spacing and setting margins. So we will in our next video we will see setting margins and setting paragraph spacing. Today we will see for today we will skip this topic, these two topics, setting paragraph spacing and setting margins. Today we will see setting page orientation and setting page size. Okay, and the remaining topic we will cover in our next Zoom class or in our next video lecture, WhatsApp lecture. Okay, so today we will see setting page orientation. Come up to the page number 42. Come up to the page number 42. See the setting page orientation. How we can change the orientation. The page orientation is a property to set the printing direction of the text. The default orientation is portrait, in which document is printed lengthwise. Understood everyone? Lengthwise. By default, you can see this is a portrait mode. This is a portrait mode. By default, it is a portrait mode. You can see here. Okay, in which the document is really is printed. Understood? When we choose landscape orientation, the document is printed widthwise. So, what is the meaning of portrait? In a portrait mode, a document is printed in lengthwise, and when we are using the landscape orientation, the document is printed in widthwise. Understood everyone? Widthwise and lengthwise. I will show you. You can see here. Orientation. You have to you can change the orientation from here. If you want to change the orientation of a page, first you have to select the layout option. You can see layout option is already selected. From here you can see this page setup group. Page setup group. Here you will find this orientation button. Orientation button, you have to click on it. As you click on it, you will find two options. First one is portrait and the second one is the landscape. First one is portrait and the second one is the landscape. So, you have to click on the landscape option. If you want to print your page into widthwise, if you want to print your page into widthwise, you can see. As I am clicking on as I am selecting landscape, my page is converted into widthwise. And when I am going to print it, I am going to take a printout of this page, it will be print in widthwise. Understood? Now I am again selecting portrait mode. You can see. You can observe the changes. Okay, students? So like that you can change the orientation. Orientation means how you can print your document. In which orientation you want to print your document. If you are selecting landscape, that means you want to print your document in a widthwise. Okay, and if you want to if you selecting a portrait mode, that means you want to take a printout of your document in a lengthwise. Understood everyone? So it is about setting orientation. How we can set the orientation of our page. Now we will see setting page size, setting paper size. In Microsoft Word, you can work with different sizes of paper. You can work different sizes of paper, but the available selections depends on the type of printer you use. Okay? To set a page size, select the page layout tab, click on the size button in the page setup group. You can see layout tab is already selected. From here, I have to click on this size option, size button, which is present inside this page setup group. So I have to select size button. As I am selecting size button, you can see we will find different kinds of options. Letter, tabloid, legal, statement, executive, A3, A4, A5. By default, A4 is selected. And most of the mostly A4 size paper is used. Okay, so from here you can select any one, whatever you want to select, you can select. Okay, click on the size button in the page setup group. A list of paper size options appears. The current paper size is highlighted in the drop down list. Select any desired page size. For example, now I am selecting A3. You can see. You can observe the changes. Now I am selecting letter. You can observe the changes. A5. You can see. Okay. So different pages have different page sizes have different look, different appearance. We can change, we can select any one of them. Understood everyone? Or you can it is the first way you can change the size of this page. Okay, the second way to change the size of page we will see. Click on the more paper sizes option in the size button. Click on the size, you can see you will found this more paper sizes. Click on it. When you will click on this more paper sizes option, you will find this page setup group. Page setup dialog box will appear. You can see this page setup dialog box. Click on the paper tab. Click on the paper tab. Paper tab is already selected. It is a margin tab, it is a paper tab, it is a layout tab. So you have to click on the paper tab. Okay. From here you can see paper sizes. From here you can change A4. I am selecting A4. Okay. Observe the changes in the preview block and click on OK. It is a preview box or preview block. From here you can observe the changes. If I am selecting A4, now I am selecting A3. You can observe the changes here. Okay. So like that you can change anything. You can change the paper size. Okay, it is A3. Now it is A3. Now I want to do it. I want to select A4. It is now in A4 size. Understood everyone? So like this you can change the orientation. You can change the paper size. You can add the columns. You can add the column breaks. Okay. You can increase and decrease the indentation. Okay student. So student, that is enough for today. In our next class, whatever the remaining topic we will cover in our next class. Okay. So bye student, take care.